Hey everybody, I hope that you're all doing well. So what I was seeing in the pre-shuffle was Justice and Ace of Swords, and it feels almost like this equalizing energy that you can be experiencing at this point. I was also seeing the Death card be in the mix as well, and when we have that, it can mean that there's a really big shift that we're moving through, or that like things are changing like kind of on a bit of a drastic level. And it can mean too that if anything had been needing to be shut down, it can be the time when that happens. We are starting with the Empress, and I'm seeing Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So when it comes to the value of the energetic currency that you have, you can be in a spot where at this point, maybe you're seeing that clearly for what it is. And maybe this was something that you had to develop to get to that point. We also have the Magician coming out. So from a place where you feel empowered, bringing things into form from there, but it also feels like your mind being in the right place and that being important. Feel kind of like you've been following this stream all the way here. Four of Swords feels like, here's the Death card that I was seeing. Four of Swords is feeling like, it feels like quiet or like a silence of some sort as the Death card is moving through. So maybe something's going on and you feel like, maybe you feel like it would be like almost, what's the word that I'm looking for here? I don't know. The word redundant is coming through. If the Death card is moving through something, it feels like if you were to build during a time when death is coming through, that there are chances that it might get knocked down anyway. So would you really want to do that? Meaning you can be going through a great shifting period right now. And if you were trying to build, which I feel like the Empress and the Magician would like to do, like this would be, if you had steady ground to be building things, Magician and the Empress would want to be doing that, because these are naturally very creative energies within us where there is something that we want to make and there are things that we want to experience. But having Four of Swords feels like now is not the time to be doing that, because there is a shift that's in the middle of taking place right now. And I'm seeing that be connected with death. So it's kind of like you're not going to plant something if the fields are being tilled right now, and they're in the process of that happening. And so it seems kind of futile to be doing that, even though with the Empress and the Magician, you may have ideas of what it is that you want to plant, you know, like ideas of what it is that you want to manifest, of what you want to create, of what it is that you want to experience. Yet it feels like cosmically it is not the time to be doing this, because something is shifting. So anything that you would make at this point, which you can if you want, may possibly be temporary. Like it may be something that it's not really going to take root. And if you want something to take root, you can look at that and say, I don't know if that's like worth me using my energy for that. Maybe I just need to be patient right now. With that Four of Swords there. And Queen of Swords is that part of you that's going to discern that. Because I'm seeing Queen of Swords looking at death, kind of like, are you done yet? Are we still moving through this? It feels like something has to be timed out here properly. Like the way that I'm seeing Queen of Swords be looking at death, it feels like waiting for death to finish doing what it needs to do, and then things can be resumed. So just know, just know if you have been wanting to manifest something, if you have been like, this is something that I'm clear now that this is something that I want, this is something that I want to make happen, this is like a way that I want to interact with my life, but it feels like things aren't coming together. I'm seeing it have to do specifically with like the time slot that we're in right now. But it is temporary. There's just a change that's in the middle of occurring. Yeah, some of you can feel too like you haven't been having certain interactions that maybe ideally you'd be having, because I'm seeing Four of Swords above Three of Pentacles. So maybe there are like actual like people that you'd like to be working with or collaborating with. When I say collaboration, I don't mean just in a work setting. I mean like the people that you would interact with, like the relationships that you have, the partnerships that you have, the situationships that you have. Seeing Four of Swords above Three of Pentacles feels like all collaborations are being like put on pause right now while this thing happens. It feels like there's a reboot that's taking place, and while the reboot is taking place, you're not gonna like try to program something or be like doing things, you know, like the computer is like it needs all of the energy to do the reboot, so you can't really do anything. So I feel like I'm seeing everybody be like frozen in time for a minute as this is happening, but then once it's done, it's like you can like go back online. But I'm seeing for right now there be something happening here where it's like when you see in a movie when somebody presses the pause button and everybody like stops completely what they're doing, like just being frozen in that moment. I'm seeing that. Like I'm seeing somebody be mid-sentence stopped. This thing is happening and then like everything is going to resume. And so if you have been feeling that within the energy where you're like, I'm ready to get this thing moving, but it just feels like things aren't falling into place, it's because of this. And I feel like for some of you too, like this also has to do with like other people sort of being placed where it is that they need to be placed in order for resume to be available once again. So for those of you that you feel like you don't really have any class work to be doing right now, it's because of things shifting around with other people. For those of you that you want to be interacting with other people, and that's like part of the next program that you're going to be moving into. Yeah, I'm seeing Nine of Cups under Death, so I do feel like there's stuff that's in the process of moving around right now, and there's something about just like recognizing this at this point. I feel too like some of you, there's going to be like a new crowd of people. It feels like a new roster of people even that you're going to be connecting with in the next cycle. And it feels more to the tune of like what you're trying to do. And that can just be like interactions that you want to be having as well. More interactions that you want to be having. But right now something is being recalibrated. But then beginning with the Empress and ending with the Nine of Cups, feel like this is all something that you are going to be happy that things are going this way. And that's why it's important for you to be patient as this thing is taking place. I'm getting confirmation of this. But right now you can feel like things are put on pause. I feel like this is just an explanation so you see what's going on. For some of you too, there are some people that you're going to be interacting with in the next cycle that they have like homework that they're doing right now. And that's why, again, like certain things have not totally fallen into place because that's still happening too. Anything else? This feels like an energetic update to me. And it feels too like this is just like you're resting and there's a preparation. So if you've been feeling too like you've been needing more sleep, or you have been more tired lately, or you don't feel as energized, even though there are things that you want to be doing, it feels like it's almost like a universal like sedative so everybody can relax and the other things that need to be getting done can be getting done, and then everybody's like going to shift onto a certain timeline. And so when that play button is pressed and things move forward again, all the pieces are where they're supposed to be. So if you're feeling kind of funky within the energy, which is kind of what this is looking like to me, it's because this is what's going on. Know that this is in your best interest and it's setting things up that you want to be interacting with. So this, at the end of the day, is something that you'll be happy about what it is that's coming together, okay? I'm looking at Venus, I'm looking at Mercury, and we also have Scorpio here. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.